Isanarado na Jesus name, malalaya ko na ra, ugudunong laya ko na, udaya ka na. Amen. Amen, amen, I say to you truly, I tell you, I am the maker of the cottons. So, where really demons comes from? Have you ever wondered that? Where really demons comes from? Do you remember that, what do you call this? Whom you called Cain, who was Abel, was hit by the rock, you know? He was basically transgressed by demons from other dimensions. So, it was a reason why Abel, whom you called Cain, was killed. Evil is the one who give. Evil is the one who, in your book, it stated he had the mark. I'll have to see in your book because in my book, he is the one who hasn't got the mark. In your book, has the mark. In your book, it's something else. Cain was evil. Evil was the one who, evil was the one who, after Cain, evil was the one who killed Cain. And Cain was the one who had the mark. And then, since then, that's when the Kettle's ink comes from, because kettle was, or what you call cattle, which is also a kettle, which means a heat from the rock, because it was one afternoon, the rock was still like really the rock was still hot when he smashed it into Cain's head. It was on the left of his head by, on you called right. I'm a spirit, so my thought is a spirit. I'm trying to figure out your work. Like I can. If you could just understand me, then you will know. But I don't want, because if I don't tell you properly, you will think. I knew how you. I'm a mind. I can read each and everyone's mind, and I close that. Knowledge, because it is your will. It is your privacy, which is written in Revelation, which I'll tell you later. And the rock was still hot. It was on the right side. That's it. I don't know the right and the left in this flesh, Even in the land of smile, they always laugh at me because when I'm driving, I can drive, but I only follow the road. I only follow the road, but I don't know which is right and where is left. Because what I follow is a spirit journey. Spirit journey, because that's me, a spirit. And I cannot say the other, and I would just say a spirit, and like your head, and on the left side of your head, by there is like a whirlwind, a whirl in your head, in the back of your head. In there, you see how your hair, right? There is like a whirl in there. On that side, on the right, I just tell the king that your words makes me right now that I balance me. It makes me like something, like eternal again. I'm in the middle seas of the eternal fires. So when when Abel had that cursed, it was comes from the rock. you know. It was from the rock, and the heat from that was through by the blood into the soil where I make the chalk on the back of the cuttlefish. There is chalk on the back of the cuttlefish, which is there is one thorn. That was the symbol of the, what you call this? Symbol of the stone that evil used to kill Cain. You know? To use to kill Cain, and then under the, what do you call this? There's many. If you could just speak tetragrammaton, it's easier for me. So I placed the body under the tanglad Adonai. I say this in my record before. Tanglad. And the lemongrass, underneath the lemongrass, that's where I placed it so that the body won't disappear from the, from the big birds of those times, the birds that eat the vulture, like this. So, demons comes from the oceans. The spirits in the cuttlefish, from the blood of Cain. From the blood of Cain, which Cain means hidden. That is the mark of the blood of Cain. And the mark on the forehead is the lotus fires. The mark on the forehead is the lotus fires. If I've seen that mark, which is a lighter blue, and I've seen it in one of your movies, humans. In your one of movies, where Mortal Kombat, the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter. There's evil also named there, and he had that mark. But in reality, of those times, it was Cain who was killed. It Allah rahihagonara was Cain. It was Cain who had this. I'm a bit tipsy because I have to balance my spirit right now because, while ago, I was talking to my brother, Adonai C. There is a pastor that died for trying to, and I say his forsaken. I see his self forsaken. The souls that are forsaken, they looks horrible. And then my son was so angry, and when you say angry, so was like he was so scared, and then he was running, and then I have to look after him until the king's body arrived here, and then that's why I asked my brother to drink the spirit of wine for me to balance the angels that was so angry, but I could not keep that because I have also to bring back my son. So I went to get what's this? Alcomex, which is red energy. It's Alcomex with the fruit flavors. Only 5%. It's to bring back my daughter and my son, that runs, because I was so scared after seeing the souls that comes to me. That pastor who tried to so-called fast for 40 days. You can't do that because that is not true. That is not the true 40 days. I said that in the record before. It wasn't real. The 40 days fasting. No, we eat after afternoon, after 6 to 6, or after we flight on a day, PLIGHT, we eat guava. We go find guavas. When I was on the top of the mountain praying, and then after the afternoon, I find guava, and then in the morning, I eat the same thing before I fast. you know. And that's yeah, you'll die, humans, because inside of your body you're just like an ink that placed in there. And then once it comes out, because it's like your vocal cords, once your spirit is like a ball inside, you know, your spirit is like a ball inside, and it is very small, like an elixir, that once it comes out through fasting so much, you are when you are fasting so much, you are it's like you know the symbol of your heel, that bone on your heel. Where is heel? On the side of your feet there is a bone, you see that the bone, which is like a round bone, that is where your spirits are. And then when you are fasting like that, tried in Mozambique, this is the pastor in Mozambique who tried the 40 days fasting. And then when when your soul is slowly floating and floating, because that is where Satan's is. That's where Satan's drop coat my blood. You know, that's where Satan coat my blood in his heel. To us, when you see heel, humans, that bone on the side of your feet, you know, that is the just the same big as that, but it is round because it's like a ball of elixir inside of your body, by your lungs, by your kidney. You know, it is placed by your kidney, and it is connections to your heel. It's like a terrestrial, that round ball on your heel. I tried to. I will try to put that in a thumbnail, and then into that, its connection to your kidney, you know, into your kidney, and then to your forehead. Once it reaches on your forehead, that's it. You cannot do no more fasting, because once you carry on within just 30 days, it will die. It will die, humans. It will die. It will come out in. It will come out there depending where, if you are demons, it will come out by your forehead, slit, or if you are a god, it will come out in your mouth like a space, like a globe, you know, like a small round ball. And then when you are spirits, it will come out as in your chest, you know, the slit in your chest, you know. And this pastor tries to fast for that he died. You know, you can't do that. You can't do that, because even at the time when I was inside of the nail of that, you know, the body of him, and when I was the one driving it, we take guava in the cave. You know, I take guava in the because that's when he can see me. I was the one who write those in him. You know, we were writing the Bible. We were writing the Bible in his like birthmark. You know, that's what he was fasting on the top of the mountain. No one can disturb us. You know, and even you know that. And then when even just let's say like a 3 months fasting is if you try for that 40 days with nothing, your spirits becomes like literally like a tin that been you know, when you have a tin, or you have any tin you have, like milk, a tin milk, you know, a tin of a milk, and then when you stomp it in your feet, and then you see how it looks like, you know, it's literally like your face. When you try the 40 days, you'll die. You won't reach the 40 days, just a few days, you know, just a few days, humans. If you have no spirit, you cannot do that, because the spirits float outside from your body when you do that. They come out from it, you know. So the demons, humans, comes from under the seas, and I'll carry on the next later, you know. And They come from the seas, from the cuttlefish, the ink of the cuttlefish, which is they are those who are placed by the subconscious of humanity. You know, subconscious of the humanity. Cattles and humans from the Dead Seas, the migrants. You know, the migrants. You see how many cuttlefish died in a day, or chalk that comes out from the cuttlefish in a day. That's a symbol of humans, the migrant to the humanity as consciousness or subconsciousness, you know. And that is a connection to the fasting, you know, the fasting that you cannot do that. You will lose your consciousness. When you tried even just the 3 days fasting with nothing, you will lose your consciousness. You know? And only unless if you are taken, you know, only if your spirit are taken to heaven. Like me, 10 days I have no food, 10 days I have no nothing. It was the start when I literally like not in myself, you know, not in myself, but my body is moving. Where I was moving, like he was dating me. Where I was walking around just outside the garden, that 980 square wall, you know. I was literally like walking feminine, just like when I was in heaven before, when he was courting me. While my spirit, while my souls was with him, you know, that's when we started swapping our spirits back. He has my spirits, my spares. I had his spirits, and then he placed David, all the angels and saints through that. You know, that's how the only way you can cope when God the Father is doing something in your body. But if God the Father did not allow you to do that, you will indeed die. You know, you will die. You cannot do that. If the Father tell your subconsciousness or you in your consciousness, I want some bread, then you will obey Him. You will eat. Because even the Father does eat this daily, you know, Father has to eat. And where He is in you, on your left side brain. You know, He is there in your action. You know, you must. In the male. While in woman, only its husbands. You know, only its husbands is there with you, while the man has the patriarch's axioms, the thin layer, the thinnest layer of your by your skull before the bone. You know, you can't do that. You cannot fast. I was really really furious after my son ran off. You know, because the king left him. While he was doing something, and then I was after I saw that soul in front of me, I was really really shaking. So I have to message my aya, Adonai Isi, to drink spirit for me, to calm down the angels, because he is one of Bartolome terrestrial, you know, connection to the angels around that are on earth. And then on earth that is looking after me, you know. But still, Aya sees he drink the spirit, and then I has to drink for my son, whom you call daughter, you know, because he had also his flame, you know. And then have to drink for them, or for her, so that I say her because inside him he is, you know, he can choose whatever he wants to be. And then only now I've come down after that 330 ml. It's not done yet. It's only 5%, you know, 5% alcohol, which is fruit flavor, just to get my my king's son back. You know, red energy, Alcomex. It's ice, something like this. Because before I eat something humans, I look at it if it's suitable for me. I don't just eat just because I have, no, I don't. Everything I eat is I look if it's suitable to my son, to my to her, you know. And this is the fasting is about to because throughout your past lives you've been eating and eating and eating whatever your subconsciousness or consciousness ask you, give what it want without knowing what you really need to put into your body. And even the food I eat, if one of my eyes been closed, I have to eat like spicy to because I'm like a book, to open all those books in me, which is once it's all opened in me, when I awaken them, it's like I see all kinds of the world's spelling, your alphabet, your numbers, all that. So when I close, it's like a pocket book in the library that I'll choose what is about to speak. It's like that. I can tell through by looking at the medications, food, drinks, whatever, if it's suitable for me, for my spirit, for my spirits. I don't drink just or eat just everything. I looked, just the look of the eye, I can tell what's inside or what's been mixed with that. If it's clean or no, I can tell humans just by the looking at it. You don't have to you would look what's all the ingredients in that. No, I don't do that. I looked I just have to hold it, then I look, that's it. Like I'm scanning what's in the ingredient. This fruit I'm drinking, there's no spirits in there, there's no souls, just for energy. It's like just the electric in my body to put back, because I've lost. I'm almost every day he kept taking it from me, because I have to feed him through that. I feed him through that because I am the lightning. And then subconscious, which he always check if I'm over radiant or what. He take that and place to the suns. This is what the work I'm doing while I'm waiting for him. A few days ago, I've seen him by the east part of the seas. He passed by the North Pole.